What's going on today, everybody? We're back in the fish room, and on today's video, we are going to show off our 300-gallon and what I've done so far. Plus, we need to clean up this fish tank over here. We talked about it last video, but this thing needs cleaned. Not cleaned, but the scape needs addressed. So, obviously, you guys, I posted a TikTok and asked what we should do. Should we do a black background that we somewhat had there, or make it clear? And they voted on it being clear, so it's clear. What, you swimming upside down? What are you doing? The Oscar is just like, what are you doing, man? And also, he has become very friendly. Other than that, yes, they chose clear, so nice clear background, see-through everywhere. And again, yeah, this guy, he's warming up. He's not hiding from me anymore. I knew it just needed to take a little bit and he would warm right up to me. This guy, this guy's always warmed up. This guy's always hungry, let me tell you. But yeah, this tank, this bad boy, yeah, we need to completely clean up the scaping that we got in here, and then all the extra plants that we have are getting tossed in here, because this whole mop here is a mixture of guppy grass, which is this guy here, and then if you look through the guppy grass, look through it, those plants there, that's all Java moss. So if I can pluck all of this guppy grass out of here, and then it'll just be Java fern or Java moss left. That's what I specifically want in this tank. That, Java fern, and Anubias, which we got a nice piece banging right here. There's another one in there somewhere, I just don't know where. And then our Java fern, we got milking in here. Yes, the Java fern is very small, I know. We're just trying to grow it up and just see. We also do need to get a better light on this tank because I don't love this light. It's not bright enough. It's not bright how I want it. Realistically, with these lights on here, you don't even need lights on in the tank. But if I want to grow plants, I'm going to need lights. So, we got to get lights. It's going to be an 8-foot strip light on top of here. I just got to find one that I want to use. But, as I was saying, we need to clean up that scape. All the extra plants are going into, well, most likely going into this 300. And then, I mean, there's a couple other scapes that need cleaned up, like our bass, obviously. We're going to pull out a whole bunch of guppy grass because this stuff grows insane in my water. I don't know what it is, but this stuff goes crazy. So, we're going to get rid of all, well, at least half of this. We're going to get rid of half of this. We're going to clean up our angelfish tank as well. As you can see, clean up the Oscar tank as well. For some reason, we just got a really strong brown algae bloom in here, and I don't know why. Look how big they're getting. Probably because I'm feeding them like crazy, which doesn't surprise me one bit that it would get dirty like this, because every other tank is perfectly fine. Literally every other tank. No brown algae whatsoever. This tank is recovering. Was not getting enough light because I turned the light down on all these, the duration of it, so that's recovering. Anyways, so let's get this tank, our community tank, addressed because it's a mess and we can make it, it's gonna look so crispy once I'm done. Yes, it's gonna be a little dirty, possibly. I don't plan on stirring too much up, but the plants, she needs a trimming. So, let's get after it. Now, before we start trimming, I have to show you guys this. Look at these guys. These guys are finally comfortable in here. Do you see this? The discus, they are finally coming to the front of the tank. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? I also have another question before we start this. I know I'm all over the place, but I have a question. So, this tank, I want it to be a South American cichlid tank. And you know what fish are South American? Discus. Now, is the Oscar going to mess with the discus? I don't know. I think he's honestly pretty docile. I wouldn't think he would be aggressive towards them because they don't really have any trailers. So when I say trailers, I mean like, you see how these guys have trailers? Like the Oscars might nip those off. These guys, they don't have trailers, and they're a big disc for the most part. Ooh, what do we got going on there? But yeah, I was thinking since there's no black background, they will actually color up better in this tank. But are they too small, and will the Oscars try and mess with them? Well, the Oscar try and mess with them. I'm also worried about the tiger shovelnose, but not super worried about them because they're like discs. They're not like small fish. They're like a disc. So I don't think the tiger shovelnose is going to mess with them as long as they don't get too close. I don't know what to do. Guys, put it down in the comments. Should we add the discus into here? And then if anything goes haywire, we'll take them out and we'll put them right back in there. You guys tell me what you think. What you think? Okay, now, let's fix this tank. All right, so I have a bucket of water here that we're going to put all of our extra plants that don't need to be in here in there. And then we'll then transfer them into the 300, kind of just seeing what I want it to look like, you know? All right, you guys are aware that not super tall, so we need a stand for literally everything. We're just gonna take all the lids off, even though realistically we don't need them all off. But it's just gonna be easier if we just take them all off and go from there. So there's a whole bunch of just, oh my gosh, these fish are trying to bite me. Okay. There's a whole bunch of guppy grass just up here, so we're gonna grab that. Why does it sound like this is not pumping? It's because it's not. That's what I thought. Did it get unplugged? No, you're, oh. Shots fired, rockets launched. This filter might be plugged off. I've actually never cleaned this filter. I've cleaned this filter like once or twice. Well, let me clean this disgusting thing real quick and we'll see if it starts back up for us. That was interesting. Very. All right, a little bit of malfunction. Now we have some flowage. I don't know if you can hear it. We've got some serious flowage. I fixed the piranha one as well. I figured clean them both. Look at the mess that I got now. Yeah. Spilling water absolutely everywhere. So yeah, at least it's fixed now. So yeah, we're going to now, got my skizzers. Kidding, I don't use skizzers. I got my skizzers. We're going to not use them yet. We're gonna try and pull away a lot of our guppy grass and see how much we can get away actually from the Java ferns. So, wish me luck. It's supposed to look like bonsai trees in here, so we'll see if we can get that to look like that. So there's a giant mat of Java moss on the bottom of the tank. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's doing really well. It looks really good. But I don't know if you could see to the side of me here, but there must have been a lot of fish poop, mulm, you name it. It was on it. So we'll just see if that dissipates here so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Wasn't expecting that, but hey, to be expected really when you're digging into a tank like this. But yeah, we'll let that clear up. We'll get back to you, I guess. Unlucky. While that's clearing up, we might as well toss this giant mop into our tank and just see where it finds a home. We will end up scaping it how we want it, but yeah, we're just gonna drop the mop in there. It's gonna be a little dirty, but it's going to help cycle the tank. As you can see, it didn't fall straight down. It's already going with the current. So I'm guessing it's either going to continue to tumble and probably just stick on one of them sponge filters, which, hey, I don't mind. We can just let it stick to a sponge filter. Or it's just going to tumble in here. But my guess is it's going to end up sticking to a sponge filter, which is completely fine. And yeah, we're just going to keep doing that. Hey, she's clearing up a little bit already. Hey, you can actually see there's a hole. You can actually see through the tunnel. I changed my mind. It's not going to be bonsai. We're just going to make a giant cave system of plants in there. That's where all the mulm is. I'm going to stir more of that up so the filter picks more of it up. And then we'll get to going on this, baby. All right, so as you can see, for the most part, we got most of the guppy grass cleaned up. It's still a little murky, obviously. I don't know if you've seen the amount of fish poop that went flying everywhere, but the filter will pick that up considering I just cleaned it all. So it's going to pick it all up, and I mean, it's ripping. So it won't take long. Yes, there's a whole bunch of poop on the bottom, but that's why we have Corys and everything that are gonna flick it all over the place. And again, the filter is going to slowly pick it up. Everything's going to be okay, I promise. And those little, what do you want to call them? Skis on the end of them bad boys, the propellers on them boys will flick that stuff up no problemo. So now we have a nice, beautiful arch of Java fern for the most part. Yes, there's some scraggler guppy grass in there, but you got to do what you got to do. But yeah, everybody's gonna love this. Obviously the two lights, it's still looking dim in there because it's still murky as all heck in there. So yeah, that's done. I'm gonna call that mission success. Now, this guy has found his home right there. Hasn't moved really since I put him in there. So now the only thing we really need for this is some light. Yes, that is not the only thing we're putting in there. It's going to be a pretty substantial scape in one of the corners. I'm kind of leaning towards this corner. This far corner, I kind of want like, I don't know, I want a lot of plants in there. But like Java fern, Java moss, you know. But Java moss only sticks to something. So I'm not quite sure if I want to get like a big fake plastic rock or something, put it in there, and then glue the Java fern on top of it. So then it looks like just a ball of plants, and I love that. I love that look. Just plants on plants on plants. I love that. But you still got to think, they got plenty of swim room. If I just do this whole corner, all plants, they have plenty of swim room over here. And again, plants help keep your tank so much cleaner, less water changes you have to do. Considering I never do water changes, and my tanks look like this. Pretty impressive, right? All I do is top off. But these guys need a cleaning. But that might have to be for next video. Look at the bellies. Look at they engorge themselves. Look at the bellies on them boys. Good grief. Look, he's still eating. You can't fit no more in you, dude. But yeah, that's probably why this tank looks like this. I know one way to fix that. But we got to grab a handful of snails. Because it doesn't look like too many snails are in there. Look, here's a good clump of snails right here. All right, in you go, my friends. Get to cleaning. Hey, Oscars, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. While my hand's already wet, we might as well grab some of these biggins. Let's see if Denise is a little hungry. We also got some biggins in here. You already got fed, buddy. Denise, how you feeling, girl? You want some? I gotta watch my finger because she will jump out and bite my finger. That didn't last long. Oh, easy, easy. See, I'm telling you, she's a fiend. Gone. You want another one? You want another one? Bloop. Crazy, crazy. So yeah, next video we'll probably rescape this tank, as in clean it up. Also clean up our Oscar tank because she's a mess. She's a dirty, dirty mess. These plants are fine. I will get that cleaned up at some point. I mean, it's not hurting anything. It's just, it's a lot of guppy grass. I don't know if you can tell. But yeah, that needs cleaned. Denise needs cleaned. This is going to be looking so good. That is going to look so good once it clears up. So, again, tell me, discus in with the monsters, will they be all right? Oscar, the only one I'm kind of worried about is the Oscar because he's going to be more of the aggressor, as the Tiger Shovelnose kind of just sits on the bottom. But even then, the Oscar, I mean, look at him. He's just chilling. He didn't do nothing to him. Granted, he is big. But I don't know if he's going to do anything with the discus. I don't know. I would love to hear your guys' opinion on that, because I think discus in here, they're going to color up so much better. I don't know. I mean, look at them. They're in the front. They're in the flowage. I mean, the blue on this guy, I don't even know what you want to call this thing. Look at the blue on this cat. See how he's kind of got the bars? He won't have those bars for the most part if I put him in that 300-gallon, because there's no black background. So the reason for the bars is camouflage. But yeah, this guy has no bars. This guy's colored up beautifully. But yeah, just to give him a little more swim room, like we already have angels in here. I would love to see them the size of dinner plates, because they get massive once you got them for a while and they're nice and comfortable. They get so big, and I don't mind throwing some more discus in here. A discus and Oscar thing, that could be interesting. Nobody's probably ever done that, probably because it can't be done, but I love a good challenge. I love a good challenge. So yeah, tell me what your thoughts on the discus. We still, now the cleaning of that tank was to get plants for this tank. we have a very hefty start for our Java moss. We have a very heavy start because that stuff grows pretty quick. Pretty quick. If anything, we can take a heck of a lot more from that tank and put it in here. But I think I need a fake rock, sink the fake rock, glue the Java moss to the fake rock, have a ball, a mass of plants, because I just love plants. I love them. Looks good. That's why they're in every single tank. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. If you guys have any other suggestions on what fish we should add into our 300-gallon, put it down in the comments. Because I'm interested. We only got 3 fish in a 300-gallon tank, so. Again, we gotta go slow, just so the beneficial bacteria builds up. We're not pumping this thing full of nitrates that can't be consumed by the beneficial bacteria. So yeah, like I said, comment down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on those bell notifications, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.